Hello, hello everyone. I know it looks like that I am in the middle of something, and that's because I am. Also, we have a cat here. I decided that I wanted to tap into the energy of this Barbault basket that's coming up on the 19th of July through the 22nd. And as I started it, this is what came up. And what I was most drawn to is that even though it was initially like this, my guides were telling me that there is an in between. Sorry, kitty. There's an in between. And so I felt like I want to document this for you, for me, for historical reasons. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to document this. So with the Barbault basket, the energy, because I was like, okay, can you tell me what this Barbault basket that all the astrologers, are talking about? I know that 4 is incredibly significant because planets are 4 degrees to each other. And how does this shape up for the collective? And so first up, we have the 6 of Wands. There's success. There's a victory. There's an achievement, right? With the 6 of Swords. So we're turning away from something and moving towards something else. We're moving out of one thing towards another. Maybe we've learned something from what we've been through. We're going towards what appears to be calmer waters. And then after that is the moon. So the way I interpret this is there is going to be an energetic something. I don't know. I don't know. It's so fuzzy for me and so unclear. I think that's more why I wanted to document this, because the things that don't make sense to me right now probably will make sense to me later. And I'm thinking maybe whoever needs to also hear this, it will make sense for them as well. The way this appears to me is that humanity, the collective, if you will, as a whole, will have finally reached that pivotal moment of knowing thyself, is what Spirit was saying. Like, we will know ourselves. We will fully know ourselves. We will know our worth. We will know that we are sovereign. We will know that we are, we'll know our worth, right? We will know our strengths and our weaknesses, and we will know what we deserve and what we don't deserve. And we will then, and that in itself is a victory. That is an accomplishment, right? That's something worth praising and celebrating, especially in the ethereal dimensions, because at that point we'll have said, you have no power over me. You have no dominion over me. Fear, judgment, anger, like the lower vibrational things, they will no longer have dominion. We will no longer be consumed by consumption. we will have finally tipped into creation, which is where we're supposed to be. Like in my opinion, I could be wrong. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have cool stuff, cool gadgets, and to do fun things, right? In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when we are addicted to consumption, so much so that it supersedes our ability to create, that's when it's a problem. That's when it's a problem. Okay. So anyway, humanity, the collective, we have finally turned the corner and we're like, you know what? I believe that creation is far more superior than consumption. I would rather create things. And we go in that direction. We head towards that. We're done with. You cannot tell me that I have to consume your fear or your beliefs or your traditions. I will not. I'm gonna go another way. I'm gonna go another way. And this is gonna bring about some uncertainty, right? Some people in the collective are gonna be like, I don't know, I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean. Because not everybody is on the same page. Not everybody is at that point of understanding what that means to be a creative, to be a creator, to want to be in the state of creativity versus consumption. And so those who are still in the illusion of consumption are going to be confused by what's happening. There's going to be a little bit of fear, right? There's going to be a little bit of fear because it's the unknown. And historically, humans have feared the unknown. But I believe that there's a large enough group of us who fully embrace and understand that you can create and be creative without overly consuming time, money, people, resources. Something that is supportive and sustaining. And then there's this void in this unknown. And then there's death, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. Okay. And so after the void, there is the full transition, the full transformation, the full letting go of the old ways or the old mindset of consumption and being a prisoner to consumption, which is going to turn our wheels into a more favorable destiny. And we will experience, this is the Lover's card, a more divine union with and harmony with ourselves, with our fellow brothers and sisters in humanity, and with there's like 4 different words that I was going to say and spirit held me back. So I'll say resources, because I was going to say planet, but it's beyond that. And so I was going to say 3D, but it's not 3D. It's beyond that. It's all the resources, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. There will be balance and union in all of that aspect. It's a huge turning point. And so I want to get into the void. I want to know what's in this void right here. The in-between of the unknown and the next phase. What is going to be happening for the collective in this void that sends us from here to here? Let me see what the Cosmic Magic Oracle says about this. Here. Yeah. We're using the Cosmic Magic Oracle. You need one more. Okay. So can I get a little more information about this first part of the Barbault basket? Communication. Okay. And then can I get a little more on this part of the Barbault's basket? Okay. There's death again. Okay. So Mercury is in retrograde. And I can't remember for the life of me when it's going to come out of retrograde. So I believe my gut feeling on this is that with this Barbault's basket placement happening, that communication will strengthen, especially as Mercury goes direct into the direction of, or where, how do I say that? Where things start changing, or it's like Spirit is showing me a hammer hitting a nail on the head, and it's like the last nail. So I guess my mom just said we're going to put a dot behind that and move on. Okay. So that the energy of what's going to be starting in this Barbault basket is we are going to finally be in a space where we're like, yeah, I'm done with that. And moving on. On this end of the Barbault's basket, and so there was an astrologer I saw yesterday on TikTok. Her name I think is Laura. And she was saying that there is another basket that's going to be happening in 2027 that has like a little bit more punch to it. So I feel like that is connected to that because Spirit brought that to mind. But this part is connected to the 2027. Okay. We have death referenced twice. This in Scorpio, Pluto. We are being reborn. We are very much transitioning. Followed by the moon with cycles. We will begin and end again. I don't know what that means. That's what Spirit was saying though. And I'm like, okay. We will begin and end again. Spirit is chanting. Okay, so how do I say this? At the end of the first album by Tool, there is a secret song, like the song of the rabbits. Or is it the song of the carrots? I think it's the song of the carrots. Fully grasping it. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna look this up. Y'all are gonna come with me. If I'm not pleased with it, I'll cut it out of the video. But if it's in the video, then it's because y'all coming with me. Life feeds on life, feeds on life, feeds on life, feeds on life. This is necessary. Okay, so that's what they were trying to say. Life feeds on life. All right. I'm all better now. Okay. So the cycle, it, obviously life shall continue. In one way or another. I want to know more about this void though. What is happening in between these two spaces? To find out what is in the void. What is in this space? Between the unknown and the new, renewing. That's a no. Okay. Okay. I guess this is where we stand up and say, no more. And clearly the outcome is looking good. Yep, that's confirmation. So in between the realization of who we are, what we are worth, and what we deserve, and the starting over in a new way that brings us better unity. In that space is where we defend our position, we protect the position. And we resolve. The issue. What I'm not seeing here, the Five of Wands. I was looking straight at the card when I said that. I don't see the Five of Wands. This is good. This is good. What's intriguing to me is that on this side of the Barbault's basket energy leading into it, we have wands, swords, and then a major arcana. So our passions and our thoughts are in alignment with what this is moving forward. And then after, because here we have the wands and swords again, we have 3 major arcana. We have the moon twice, we have death twice. I'm just mystified. I am awestruck. That's what it is. I am awestruck by this message. And I don't know if this happens for you. If you happen to be a psychic or a medium or a tarot reader or something like that, I don't know that I will ever not be awestruck by the way that I receive information. All right, so I'm gonna add, can you give me one for this void area where we are defending our boundaries and our position? Curiosity. And so what I was hearing was that the left and the right become unified and balanced. Because I was seeing in my mind's eye the Temperance card, where we're flowing the things together. Let me see if I can find it. Where you at, bestie? Here we go. Okay, so when I was looking at this, this is the message that I was getting. That the left and the right find balance with each other. Good heavens, sir, do you mind? They find a way to support each other. And okay, so I want to make this I want to clear this up, because Spirit's like, no, don't. Make sure you explain. The left hand and the right hand are now working together. The left side of the body and the right side of the body, the logical and the creative sides are now working hand in hand. It's not the conservative versus the liberal, right? The please Get that out of your mind. It's not red, blue, black, white. It is the logic and, well, the logic. The logical side and the creative side are now going to cohesively come together and work through this. Okay? The mental body and the emotional body, the spiritual body and the etheric, or mental, emotional, the physical and the spiritual body. Okay? They're all going to cohesively finally find the balance to work together. And this is individually and as a collective. Okay. So as we'll just say as myself, okay, I am going to experience where my logical self and my creative self can finally come together in a cohesive way, cohesively, and I can balance them together and utilize the strengths and weaknesses of them cohesively. My mental body and my emotional body are going to come together cohesively. My physical body and spiritual body are going to finally come together cohesively. And all of it's going to balance out. We're going to have the ebb and flow working, okay? As we defend our boundaries and protect what is important. So as I go forward, I'm going to be able to defend my position and stand in my truth. And I will do so diplomatically, respectfully, constructively. The things that are, the people, the places, the things that are in alignment with my truth will remain. The things and the people and the situations or whatever that is no longer in alignment with my truth will be removed, dispelled, excused, dismissed. It's going to be done, though, in a very cohesive way. There will be control, self-control. There will be patience. There will be, and it will be a part of that healing journey, because now we're reclaiming our sovereignty. We're reclaiming our independence, if you will. We're reclaiming our authority. So Spirit is referencing like an example as someone who's overcoming an addiction. Okay. When they finally get to that point where they break through the wall of addiction, where it's no longer needed, like, and it takes multiple times of trying and trying and trying. So as an example, someone who drinks soda, someone who smokes cigarettes, someone who's an alcoholic, someone who's a drug addict, someone, porn addiction, whatever the case may be. Okay. When someone is trying to tackle their addiction to whatever it is they're addicted to, it could be social media. It takes multiple tries, multiple attempts to rewire their brains, to get their body to acclimate to a new set of norms. It's a fight. It really is a fight. However, there's a wall that we hit at some point where it's just like, I don't know if I can break through this barrier, because I still feel crushed by the weight of wanting this thing. There comes a point where we break through that. We finally bust through that wall, and it's like, I don't need that, and I'm liberated from it, and it will no longer exist in my world. I will no longer have alcohol anywhere around me. because I don't need it. I will no longer have cigarettes around me because I don't need it. I will no longer have, whatever the case may be, toxic people, toxic situations. Anything that convinces me that I need to consume rather than create. Anything that takes away from my livelihood, my happiness. And there's no part of that journey that is easy. There's no part of that journey that is joyous. I mean, there is joy. Don't get me wrong. There is joy in the achievements. Okay. There's also struggle, and there's heartache, and there's all the times that you question yourself whether or not you have the capacity to be strong enough, or, there's a lot of internal dialogue that goes on with it. But my team is saying, you will defend yourself. You will protect yourself. You will experience moments where you question yourself. You will reconcile with yourself. You will cut loose the things that do not serve you, and you will resolve yourself. Also, this is going to happen in the collective. So we will experience this on a macro and a micro in this midsection of the Barbault basket. And again, I come back to, this is what's going to happen beginning July 19th. This part is going to happen in 2027. And this is the in-between. Yeah. Okay, I'm so glad that I decided to record this, because what an incredibly powerful message. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave this message here. This has been very interesting, and I hope you enjoyed your kitty cat tale in today's message. Our magical danger floof. And also, I doubt that you guys got to hear it, but we've had some thunder and lightning and rain this fine, beautiful morning. So, yeah, lovely, lovely day. I'm going to take a break and go outside and enjoy it. So, yeah, leaving it here. Remember, follow the moon, shoot for the stars, and know that you're loved. Bye for now.